We have had so much fun on 2K24, and the fun will continue all summer long. Make sure to look out for us out there on the court.
Yes, and thanks to all of you for being a part of the 2K TV community and making this season the best yet. Let's do it again. We'll see you in 2K25. 2K TV Season 11 will go live at launch, and we've already got great things in the works for you.
Oh, yeah. We've been talking to some of the devs and are really excited to tell you all about 2K25. But we can't just do that yet.
And before we give too much away, enjoy the summer
and enjoy the game.
Thanks for joining our Tuesday night broadcast of the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll watch the Orlando Magic in this one as they go up against the Detroit Pistons here at Little Caesars Arena. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And, of course, David Aldridge is joining us tonight from the sideline. A look at the Magic starting group. Banchero and Carter make up the inside pair. Malik Monk out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Wagner in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Pistons, guard spots filled by Cunningham and Ivy. Siakam is out there with Adams. And it's Duran in at the center, filling out the middle. Here we are, Clark, looking at this one. Both teams love to shoot, and you can expect both of these squads to pull the trigger from deep.
Well, you see this a lot in today's game. I mean, both of these teams like to let it fly from beyond the arc, and I think it's going to come down simply to which team can knock down more shots from outside.
And it's Cunningham with the ball for Detroit. And Siakam throws it down.
Oh, great move by Siakam. That is why they call him Spicy Pete.
And here's Westbrook. Playing Brooklyn, he was nearly unstoppable. Pass to Wagner. And he drops it in from the low post.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Adams. Well, they're still young, but the Magic, Greg, are becoming one of those league pass teams. Like people want to watch them.
Yeah, I mean, they've got some players, leaving aside any rooting interest on my part, they've got some young fellas that are definitely intriguing to watch.
Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Here we see the Detroit Pistons, Greg, a franchise known for stifling defense.
And going back-to-back with the bad boys, then the amazing 2004 title team that shut down Shaq and Kobe. And the Pistons have been great. They've had that defense-first mentality.
Here's Westbrook. Carter outside. Duran pulls it in. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Now Adams. Boy, he was something else against Boston. 6 on the shot clock. Siakam passes to Duran, and he banks in the layup.
And the All-around game of Siakam, so adept at working the ball to open guys.
Westbrook against Cunningham. To the paint. There's the steal. Now here's Adams. To the inside. And Duran slams it in.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
For Detroit, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. And Adams kicks to Ivy. Bangs home the trifecta.
And we normally see Ivy shoot threes from up top, but no question he can be effective from the corner.
Ivy against Monk. Pass to Wagner. Outside Westbrook. To end the run. It's hauled in by Adams.
You know, right now they're just 1 for 5. Rough start so far.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
Well, it's really hard to stop them when they're in a groove offensively, and they were in a comfort zone all game long in that one.
He's been on fire lately. Let's take a look at your Eastern Conference Player of the Week. the general.
Well, he's been an absolute magician when the ball has been in his hands. There isn't any aspect of the offense that he hasn't contributed in, and it's been a pleasure to watch. I mean, unless you are an opposing coach, then his play has been a vivid nightmare.
Now, here's Wagner. Another guy who really kicked it up a notch for them in that game against the Nets.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Siakam against Banchero. Adams, right side. Passes it to Ivy. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Ivy's got 5.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
Now, here's Monk. 20 points for him last game against the Nets in Brooklyn. Tipped away. Ivy with it. Defended now by Wagner. And Adams with the slam.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. Here we are, Greg, getting into the thick of this NBA season. How big of a challenge now is the travel?
Oh, it's a huge one. The reality is all those flights take a toll, so you got to be smart with your sleep schedule and recovery.
Here's a look at some of the stats for him. Orlando with the ball. Down by 15. And this is their first time matched up with the Pistons this year.
In this game, just the first of 4 meetings between these two. They'll get quite familiar with each other by season's end.
You know what, guys? I don't know. I get the feeling that this could be an interesting matchup this season. This first game will tell us a lot.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
Now here's Westbrook. Hasn't made one yet. Wagner passes to Banchero. Back to Wagner. Rebound by the Pistons.
You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
Cunningham kicks to Adams. Puts up a deep 3. And again, it's the Pistons from deep.
Boy, do they look sharp. I mean, everything falling for them.
The Magic trail by 18. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Monk dishes to Carter. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Carter's got 5 now.
Carter Jr. moves well without the ball and positions himself nicely for catch and shoot chances.
Here's Cunningham. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling. Off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Good ball movement here by the Magic. His first shot coming late. Good on the bucket.
Banchero showing he can run the offense too now. Nice score off the pick as the ball handler.
Greg, here he is, the first overall pick of the 2022 draft, Paolo Banchero.
And the top pick because he's a 6'10 playmaker. Banchero has a tremendous feel for the game, great vision, passing it, and endless potential offensively.
And so here's Orlando after the basket by Detroit. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Siakam.
Got to be smarter and tougher than this defensively. You can't give Banchero deep positioning like there.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Pistons.
And right from the jump, they've been working hard to establish themselves inside, using agility and power to get shots in the paint.
You know, points off turnovers is something else they've excelled in. I expect the opponent at least to try to squeeze that orange a little better.
That free throw, good from Banchero. And these days, you know, Clark, the trade for a star player takes a stockpile of draft picks, doesn't it?
Well, that seems to be the one way you can assure yourself of getting a proven star somewhere in the area of his prime. You know, and it doesn't always work out for both parties. Teams typically, in that case, would have to mortgage a bit of their future to get a player of that caliber. So it is tilted towards more risk than reward in most of those scenarios.
They throw good, Adams. A different look here for Detroit. Valanciunas, who's checked in for Duren. And it's Thompson in for Jaden Ivey. He's perfect from the line this time. Here's Anthony. 11-point game his last outing. On the wing, Heel. Another shot, and it's good on the layup.
A guy like Buddy out-hustles other players on the floor. He gets inside, and there he finishes strong.
Adams with it. He's got 13. To the middle. Trying to find Valanciunas. It's to him.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing. Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim. That's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
And the rejection by Valanciunas. Adams taking his time here. Here's the dish to Thompson. Back to Adams. Rebound by the Magic. Healed outside. Shot clock at 6. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
Impressive display of focus there from Hill. Never lost sight of the rim.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And it's the Magic with the ball. It's a 13-point game. That'll be game 4 of this 6-game road trip. So with Thompson sitting on the bench, here's the group that Monty Williams has on the floor. We've got Isaiah Stewart, Cade Cunningham out there with Adams. Then it's Pascal Siakam. And it's Jones in at the 3 spot. Now, here's Banchero. That one misses.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Cunningham drives in.
Oh, nasty dunk there by Cunningham. This is why he went first overall. Cade's got length, skill, and athleticism.
Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the General in his last time out against Boston put on a show. He had an impressive number of points, and that was his highest output of the season. He ended up with a stat line he's no doubt proud of, and I'm sure he wants to replicate it again. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this one. Feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
And it's easy to see why so many are so high on Cunningham, a talented guard who can do a little bit of everything.
Pistons have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And, guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
And so Cunningham nails both of them.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe, he's going to cash in more than not.
Wagner against Jones. And there is a whistle. That'll go on Derek Jones. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Ivy's checked in for Detroit. Now here's Westbrook. Still without a basket. The tray. Detroit with the rebound. Adams has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
Now Cunningham. After the missed 3 from Adams. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. The Magic trail by 15. And here's Westbrook. Carter outside. And Adams sends it back. They retain possession. Yep, that one goes in there. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Inside, it's stolen by Banchero. And now the fast break. Banchero with the ball.
Tops in scoring. First in assists. And they're also #1 in field goal percentage. This is a team that cares about efficiency. They run plays the right way, and then, of course, they have the talent to finish.
But, Greg, you can throw out all the other stats and rankings. Their scoring is what makes them special, plain and simple. Greg, there has been some talk of having overtime played to a target score. Can you make the case for that?
I mean, yeah. I mean, more certainty on how long the broadcast will go, right, Kevin? And protecting players from the heavy minute loads that can result from those games that go into multiple overtimes. So I like that idea.
Wagner, he'll find the wide open teammate more often than not. Heady player.
Down low, here's Adams, and Adams with the slam.
The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Magic. They trail by 11.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Now, here's Westbrook. No scoring in this one. 6 to shoot. Wagner against Adams. And stolen by Siakam. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. And that one, good. 19 points for the General.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Monk with the ball. Now guarded by Siakam.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
The Pistons making a change here. Duran's checked in.
And a chance to look at some numbers for Malik Monk. How his last 10 games have gone. He's averaging 15 points a game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. The real story, though, is how big of an impact he makes on the defensive end.
Absolutely. I mean, he's a lockdown guy for him, both on the ball and when helping out.
So, Clark, looking back at the 2021 draft, Franz Wagner, the 8th overall pick.
And, you know, he very well might turn out to be the best of the bunch, Kevin. He's 6'9", really can shoot it. But I think his activity and playmaking, perhaps his best attributes. creates for others as a 6'9" wing guy, and that's valuable for any team.
Now Adams, after Wendell Carter missed from long range. Adams, the pass to Siakam. And Adams kicks to Cunningham. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the 3 off target. The Magic trail by 19. Banchero dishes to Westbrook. And there's the drive. Misses, and the dry spell continues.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
He is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think.
Without question, a crowd pleaser to the 10th degree.
Now here is Carter.
And, you know, after a difficult start to his career, Wendell Carter Jr. has come into his own.
You know, some of that, I think, was due to health, Greg, but fit is so important, fit and alignment. I think he got an increased role after leaving Chicago and proved to be an impactful player on both ends with that additional playing time.
First one falls for him.
You're having a lot of success from the line here in the second quarter.
Carter hits them both.
You know, when we talk about the modern big, Carter Jr. is a great example of it. He can shoot, he boards it, he's got good size and a pretty diverse skill set.
Now here's Adams. 25 points in the game. Ivy on the wing. And he's good on the 3-ball. Ivy's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And stolen by Siakam. And now Ivy running the floor all by himself.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Now here's Westbrook. He has yet to score. To the middle, Wagner. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook.
Yep, Westbrook seems to have a sixth sense for those kinds of openings. Knows exactly where the gap is and finds his teammate perfectly.
Wagner against Adams. Siakam outside. Second chance shot, and it's good on the way in. Siakam's got his 2nd basket of the night.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much, everybody. Quentin Grimes is not just a 3-and-D guy. He's one of the best in the league at attacking the closeout. He says they know about my shooting, so that opens up my drive game. Them closing out hard, I can see if they're coming to my right side or my left side. It's read and react. Quick decisions. Kevin, my decision is to send it back to you.
All right, D.A., that's why you're in the Hall of Fame. Thank you so much. Adams, wide open. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. And here's Banchero. He'll bring it up for the Magic. Westbrook, no good.
Boy, he has to put that one away. A solid opportunity, gone awry.
Adams outside. Shoots it. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Adams has got 27.
You know, throughout this quarter, guys, they've had no answer for him defensively. And he's been absolutely relentless.
Detroit's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Out to the wing. Clock at 6. Cunningham passes to Ivy. Lets it go with the 3. And again, it's the Pistons from deep.
And you see that one motion shot. Cunningham very consistent from distance.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And there's the pass to Monk. Inside. And there's Banchero on the assist by Monk. 14 points for Paolo Banchero.
Boy, he's really been dominant in this one. Unfortunately, he hasn't had much help.
Cunningham with it. Picked up by Banchero. And Siakam throws it down.
You can tell Siakam has this action down. He knows just when to roll off the pick and receive the ball.
Here's Westbrook. Deep 2 from Wagner. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
And the first one drops.
No denying the future is certainly bright for Wagner. He's a superb scorer already who also is growing as a passer.
So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Mo Wagner's checked in for Carter. Isaac comes in for Paolo Banchero. Buddy Hield, he's checked in for Malik Monk. And Anthony subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Out to Harris. He can't get that one to fall. Isaac with some nice deep. Wagner against Thompson. Wagner left side. A three-pointer off the mark. Detroit's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Dishes it to Adams. There's the drive. Out to Thompson. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by Isaac. Magic shooting 31% in the second. Some poor shot selection for them in this quarter. Hield with the bucket.
Sometimes trailing in the game, players get sucked into trying to make that home run play.
Yeah, trying to get it all back in a hurry. And you're right on that. But these threes they're taking have not helped. They're trying to catch fire, and they've yet to find the match. Hey, he's still scoring a little bit, but he's gotten away from his first quarter approach when I thought he was attacking the defense and was able to draw foul after foul.
The Pistons shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free. And they've done exactly that, made them pay.
Orlando's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let them fly. He kicks to Hield. And the rejection by Valanciunas.
Excellent use of size there by Valanciunas, reaching out and just swatting that shot away.
I like that creativity, double clutching to catch the defender on the way down. I can go for that.
And Thompson sends it back.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Step back shot. Uses the glass to drop it in. Thompson's got his second basket of the game.
And the D just a step slow reacting to the step back.
Here's Anthony. The Magic again can't hit. Here's Adams. He's got 29 points. To the inside. The shot, no good.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
And so is Detroit in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And you know the general has been really making it happen, guys.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Checking out the group for Jamal Mosley to start the second half. The forward spots, it's Wagner and Banchero. Malik Monk out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Carter in at the 5, down low. Now here's Adams. They get it again. Duran the pass to Adams. And Siakam has it in the corner. Shot clock at 5. Tries yet again. Pass to Duran. Right wing. Here's Adams. With 1 on the clock. Duran, no good.
Boy, they need to pick it up here now. I mean, they're 0 of 4 coming out of the break.
Wagner kicks to Monk. Banchero outside. Pass to Westbrook. Cunningham with some nice D.
You know, even though it's a point-blank range shot, that's not an easy one, especially when the defense is that tight.
Adams finds Cunningham. A three-pointer is right on target. Cunningham's got 12 in the game.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
Westbrook passes to Carter. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here's Adams. He's got 29 points. And Duran slams it in.
Well, I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Banchero against Siakam. Good D by Siakam. And Siakam has got the ball here for the Pistons. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. Adams against Wagner. 18 feet out. A putback. Great positioning on the putback.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they had.
Now here is Carter. He's got 10. Shoots over Duran, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Hey, for me, the mid-range shot is still one you got to use, so I love seeing Carter Jr., who's more of a low-post guy, knocking down jumpers from the mid-range.
Here's Adams. Fires away from outside. Carter pulls it in. For Orlando, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. There's the lob to Carter. Siakam deciding where to go with it. Passes it to Duran. Here's Ivy. Drills it from outside. Ivy's got 13.
Tell you what, he has been feeling it, guys, and the best game plan right now, it's elementary. Just keep feeding him. Let him eat.
Wagner outside. Siakam against Banchero. Back to Wagner. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. And that's 10 points for Franz Wagner.
And for a big man, Banchero does a lot well, especially moving without the ball. He's got excellent court awareness.
Cunningham. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
The pass to Banchero. Wagner with it. Yep, it counts. Wagner's got 4 points in the quarter.
Wagner will battle you inside now. He's not afraid to embrace and even initiate contact.
And Adams with the slam.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
So it's Orlando now. Now Westbrook. Still scoreless. It's Carter, high post. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Some nice physicality there from Carter, going right into the defense.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Pistons.
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
And, you know, they've done a fantastic job scoring inside as a result, finding plenty of opportunities to cash in near the hoop.
And he can't get the first one. A different look here for Detroit. Stewart comes in for Pascal Siakam, and Jones subbed in for Adams. And he's good on the second. The Pistons have gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. And the Pistons, an entirely new group now out there. Orlando also making some changes. Isaac's checked in for Carter. Buddy Hield comes in for Wagner. And Anthony subbed in for Monk.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost him.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Now here's Adams. He has 31. Here's Siakam. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Siakam's got 8 points.
They have banged the boards hard this half. Those second chance points are mounting up.
Pass to Banchero. Over Harris. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Nothing like knocking down that last possession of a quarter to give you a little feel-good momentum.
And so is Detroit with a major 39-point lead here at the end of the quarter. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. Back to the action in just a minute. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Magic. Harris is out there with Pascal Siakam. Then there's the general, and it's Sasser in at the point. That's the group for Detroit right now. Now here's Westbrook. Now here's Hield. Clock at 4. The shot's good. Franklin's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Orlando.
Good decision-making by Hield, giving it up when somebody else was freer and in better position. So good at getting to his spots and then cashing in, making the game look easy.
Here's Hield. And Clark, we know Commissioner Silver has acknowledged the game has changed in terms of its impact on players' bodies. And so adjusting the regular season's length is not out of the question.
Well, you and I have talked about it for years. I've talked about it with other fellow announcers. It would be wonderful to see the season reduced by about 15-20% in terms of regular season games. I think it would enhance the product immensely. And the fact that Commissioner Silver is letting us know it's not off the table, maybe we'll see it reduced in the not-too-distant future.
Now Harris, after the missed 3 from Buddy Hield, driving inside. Beauchamp. Adams, a good look. The rebound by Hield.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
That shot, no good. Adams, a nice D. The Pistons have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. On the wing, Harris. The rebound by Hield. Hield's got 4 rebounds now tonight. The Magic have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Here's Franklin, covered by Siakam. Westbrook drives in. Baseline jumper. Franklin can't hit.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And, you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Clark, I'm not sure there's been another era in the NBA with so many fantastic passers at every position.
Yeah, you know, I think it's a function of what we saw going back into the 80s with Bird and Magic and how they shared the ball and were such great passers. Then you had another group of outstanding playmakers at the point guard spot and on the wings. So now centers at this particular stage in the game's evolution are playmakers, excellent passers, and are players that teams can run their offense through. So I think it's just been kind of a natural evolution because of the skill level of all players when it comes to passing.
Now here's Jones. Kicks to Adams. Fires from deep. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Adams has got 38 points.
1 triple for him in the first half. Now he's hit another.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively
for sure.
To the paint. Stewart with the steal. Adams outside. He takes it in to the middle. Stewart kicks to Adams. Launches it. Sasser can't hit.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Christopher. Wagner passes to Christopher. Lays it up off the glass. Christopher's got his first basket of the night.
Outstanding execution. Good job working the ball inside.
Left side, Adams. Takes it out to Siakam. Back to Adams. Shot clock at 6. And Adams with the slam.
Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up.
Better safe than sorry, right?
Here's Houston. Here's Christopher. That one falls. Christopher's got 4 points now in the quarter. Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Left side, Adams. Oh, and the jam by Adams.
Oh, he's put on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game.
Well, when you know it, you got to show it.
Down low, here's Houston. Right through the D for the layup.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Adams with it. With the drive. And Franklin pulls it down. For Orlando, they've gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Orlando moving the ball around. And it's slammed in by Howard.
And he just elevates and powers in the one-hander.
Textbook.
I'm glad he didn't go overboard and try to do too much there.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious.
Ammonia strong, we call that. Wear that rim out.
Here's Christopher. Pass to Franklin. He dishes it to Howard. 5 on the clock.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
And you know what? That tells the story in a lot of games, guys. And here you go. It's telling the story tonight, too.
Now, here's Adams. Rebounded by Howard. So, Clark, we know you're very familiar with the college game. How do you think the one-and-done rule has worked out so far?
You know, not as it was intended to, Kevin. I mean, in some ways, the chance to see guys like Durant and others play in college for a year was better than not having them there. But I think it's also created this expectation that if you're not a one-and-done, that you've somehow failed. And that's detrimental to the psyche of young players.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw missing. So for the Magic, Wagner's checked in for Howard. And Anthony subbed in for Josh Christopher. Harris is checked in for the Pistons. Adams comes in for Derek Jones. The Magic making a switch here. The free throw off from Anthony.
And Clark, much like his pops, Cole Anthony has proven to be a skilled ball handler.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Perhaps it runs in the DNA, huh? He definitely has some strong instincts out there, and I know he got a little bit of that from you, Greg. And he does his part to help others find shots when he's not scoring himself.
Buddy Hield, he's checked in for Monk. And here is Hield. We've seen players criticized for skipping their media obligations after tough losses, Greg. How egregious is that in your opinion?
Well, you know, they say the true test of character is how you respond to when things aren't going your way. So, for me, it's important to be accountable in those tough moments.
And here is Adams following the three-pointer by Buddy Hield. Pass to Grimes. Back to Adams. Floats one up, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Orlando Magic. Here's Anthony over Sasser. Off the left rim and out.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Inside. Grimes passes to Valanciunas. Adams outside. And the pass to Grimes. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for three. That one is on Hield.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt.
Yeah, unnecessary. I mean, make them earn those points from deep. Don't give them to them free at the line.
And he hits the first of three. And he can't hit the second. And he nails the third. Orlando's gotten just one of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Anthony against Adams. Launches a three. Kept alive. 1:21 left to play here in the fourth. 5 to shoot. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Hield's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Pistons.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And in terms of the season record, this is going to be their 18th win overall.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
We know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for the General.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Wagner outside. And the first one at the line is good. And he makes the first but misses the second. Now Banchero.
You know, once in a while a guy will come into the league and just hit the ground running. Banchero was a star from the first week.
So he gets them both. 7 seconds left in the fourth. Adams outside. Misses the shot. And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that'll do it, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. So long.
Welcome to the 2K TV Season 10 finale. I cannot believe it. 10 seasons. We're already at the finale. It feels like just yesterday where we were like, welcome to Season 10. It's been 10 years of 2K
Game's out.
TV.
Check out all this cool 2K24 stuff. Now we're here at the finale. And you know, some of my favorite moments, Alexis, have been the amazing guests we've had on the show, such as Jeff Hamilton. Somebody told me Kobe signed one of these,
This one is signed by Kobe.
Wow, that's really amazing. He lent me the Kobe jacket that he wore when he won the championship, something I'll never forget. What was your...
It's just about game time, and the Blazers never look more confident than when they arrived earlier. And welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. Along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry and our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. So here's Portland's starting group. Henderson and Sharp make up the backcourt. Jeremy Grant out there with Robert Williams. And it's Ayton in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Detroit, Cunningham and Ivy are the backcourt pair. Pascal Siakam out there with Jalen Duren. And it's Adams in at the 3 spot. Well, Grant, we're still very early into the season, with many teams trying to find their footing and establish some chemistry here.
Yeah, B.A., that's what the early season really is all about. I mean, players getting used to one another, as well as coaching staffs, too. Just trying to figure out which lineups work best.
Now here's Grant. Puts up the 8-footer. Siakam pulls down the board. And so it's Siakam with it. He brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. They traveled to Portland last time they faced the Blazers and came away with a win.
They flat out dominated the last time these teams squared off, particularly on the glass.
We'll see if the other team will address that problem in this game, because last game, man, they just got smoked on the boards.
Now here's Ayton. Three-pointer Sharp.
Really taking it to the defense. Sharp was smart not to hold back that time.
Ooh, good defensive intensity, but you have to stay in control always.
5, 3.
He's off on the first.
The potential of Shaedon Sharp is so very evident. I mean, this guy, given some more development and time to flourish, he will be an offensive force in this league for a long time.
He hits the second from the line. Here's Adams. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. Knocks it loose. Grant with it. He's picked up by Adams. From about 16, the putback. Siakam pulls down the board. First quarter, just over a minute played. Adams against Grant. Back to Siakam. Takes the 3. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And just so accurate off the pass. I mean, I love whenever Siakam decides to go right up with it like that.
Here's Sharp. Ivy defends. And the foul on Jaden Ivey. That's his first foul.
Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Grant outside. And stolen by Cunningham. Here's Ivy. Lays it up and banks it in.
I mean, Ivy is stronger than you might imagine with that kind of play. That's tough.
Henderson for 3. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. For Detroit, they've gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. CchiCco, pass to Adams. Down low. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
They're locked in and focused on making each possession a success.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
And it's the Blazers with the ball, following the score by Detroit.
Just a gutsy play from Sharp as he goes inside and absorbs all the contact.
Pass to CchiCco. Adams against Grant. Oh, it's stolen. Here's Sharp. Ivy defends. Out to the wing. Hayden's got space. A good-looking shot from the wing.
Good pass from the two-guard Sharp. Solid at finding his open man.
Cunningham with the ball. Picked up by Grant. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And it's Adams missing.
After 5 shots, that's their first miss. I definitely call that a good start.
Cunningham against Henderson. And they call an illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Gotta hold firm or you're gonna get a call.
The Pistons lead. Leading. Pass to Adams. Kicks it out to CchiCco. Sinks it from distance. CchiCco's got 6 points.
Yeah, their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Timeout called, the Blazers. And for an idea of how the league is shaping up right now, take a look at these latest power rankings. You take a look at the Celtics. They're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
Well, right now for Detroit, they are steamrolling everyone as expected. Tons of talent, nice team chemistry. This is the team to beat this year.
Here's Sharp, and he's been a big part of their offense, averaging more than 18 points a game. Offensive rebound.
Got the ball where he wanted it, but then got swarmed.
CchiCco finds Cunningham. Here's Adams, and it's slammed in by Adams.
Just flat-out playmaking from Cade. This is why he was picked first overall.
Henderson scanning the floor. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Pistons?
Well, hey, guys, I mean, can we talk about how unselfish they've been? Just racking up the assist numbers, moving it around with great precision.
Sometimes the offense can be keyed by just quick possession. So you get a steal and you can get out in transition. They seem to be very focused on that end of the floor.
And he makes the first. Henderson hits them both.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Shoot 2.
The first free throw is good. And so he makes both from the line. Here's Sharp. Out to the right wing. Henderson against Adams. Blocked! Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It's going to be on DeAndre Ayton. The free throw drops for Adams. Grant, you had an incredible career. 2-time college champ, 7-time All-Star. But tell me where owner ranks in your career resume.